Hey, what is going on, everybody? It's YunKs. Today, I'll be showing you her memory. This is the Queen's auto rifle. I did get this from the package after completing the highest score from the Challenge of Elders, and I got the auto rifle. Now, I'll be quickly going over what perks I have and run on this thing. So, I run the Quick Draw IS sight here. Hot swap, readying this weapon grants a brief period of bonus accuracy. Okay, moving on to the middle perks. Lightweight +2 agility. Hand lane stock, increased stability, reduced range. That stability is very good, but I don't want that reduced range. It's just a little too much. Armor piercing rounds. These iridium core rounds over penetrate targets. Not a bad perk right there. I stick with lightweight, but sometimes I'll switch to armor piercing if I'm feeling like it. Moving on to counterbalance. This weapon has increased stability. Very, very good perk right there, guys. Now, before we get into it, I do want to mention this is a low rate of fire, high impact auto rifle, similar stats to a Suros regime. Now let's take a look at the aesthetics. Alright, looks pretty interesting. I unfortunately could not put a chroma on it because I ran out of chromas. Anyway guys, let's get right into the gameplay. So her memory versus the Ultra Knight for the DPS test. Now before I tell you guys the numbers, I want to give you something to compare to. The Suros regime with focus fire took 12 seconds to put down the Ultra Knight. Alright, her memory took just under 13 seconds, so not too big of a difference right there. And it took me almost 3 magazines, and I was dealing 491 damage to the head. Not too bad, guys. Alright, we're moving right along to PvP. Her memory will deal 26 damage to the head and 21 damage to the body, but this does depend on what range you're at, guys. If you're too far away, you will not get these numbers. This is an auto rifle, and it is not meant for long range combat. I would say the damage drop-off is at a medium-ish range. It's pretty close, guys. So if you are in that close enough range, you can put somebody down with 8 shots if all your shots are headshots, or you can put somebody down with 10 shots if all your shots are body shots. So, how fast can you potentially put down an enemy using her memory? Well, it takes exactly 1 second to get 8 shots off. So if you land all 8 shots to the head, you will kill your enemy in exactly 1 second, guys. And if you need something to compare this to, the Doctrine of Passing could potentially put down their enemies in 3/4 of a second because of its high rate of fire. So these higher impact, lower rate of fire auto rifles have less DPS capabilities, and that is why these are not very popular at the moment in Destiny. These style of auto rifles. If somebody's going to use an auto rifle, I'm sure they would much rather use something like the Doctrine of Passing over this. Now, despite all that, I still had a great time with this. I managed to get kills in the Crucible with it, and I really did enjoy it, guys. But I must say, I did find myself reloading a lot with this thing. I pretty much had to reload after each and every kill, just because I did not feel comfortable with whatever was left in my mag. So if you guys do get a roll of her memory with extended mag, I would highly recommend that. That would certainly help this auto rifle out a lot. 26 in the mag just wasn't enough for me to get double kills with. And another thing I could recommend with this auto rifle is something to increase that reload speed. You don't want to spend half the battle reloading, and if you are spending half the battle reloading, if you can't get extended mags, at least you want that reload to be quick. The reload on this thing is about 2 seconds long, so you don't want that 2 seconds out of the fight. You want to stay in. So if you could get extended mags and some type of reload perk on her memory, you probably would be set. Those would be the best possible rolls to get on this specific auto rifle, at least in my opinion. Anyway, guys, leave in the comments and let me know, is her memory something you would want from achieving that high score from the Challenge of Elders and getting that package from Barracks, or would you just use this for infusing material? Let me know, guys. Overall, I still had a good time with this thing, and I did manage to get a bunch of kills in the Crucible with it, and that's really it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please leave a like on the video if you enjoyed the video, and go ahead and leave a sub if you haven't already. If you want to see more weapon reviews similar to this one, I'm always covering weapons here in Destiny. Anyway, guys, I will see you next time.